There. Let's get to experimenting. Oh hey, I'm talking about the Wizarding World of Harry Potter again. Fun. Rather than have to go through the entire history again, links in the description, today we're skipping ahead specifically to the interactive wands. Back when the area first opened at Islands of Adventure in Orlando, only replica wands were available. It wasn't until 2014 when the Diagon Alley expansion opened in Universal Studios Florida were the interactive variants introduced, where guests with these wands could cast spells at specific windows and trigger a special effect. This is possible through the retro reflector at the tip of the wand being sensed by near-infrared cameras hidden in the displays. So when you wave the stick in the correct corresponding pattern, it does the thing. William Osman has a video, as well as an incredibly helpful article, breaking down how these work, as well as how basically any retroreflective material will work, transforming any object into an interactive wand.
Oh, that actually worked!
Alright.
We need the Encantado!
Whoa!
Magic cucumber!
That's the first magic cucumber I've seen here, young man. I just want to shake your hand. Very nice.
And while that looks fun, I'm curious to try out another theme park attractions interactive accessory to see if it works here. Namely, the Web Power Band. Based on the highly successful Marvel Cinematic Universe, Avengers Campus opened in Disney California Adventure at the Disneyland Resort in 2021. And with it, Web Slingers, a Spider-Man adventure. A 3D shooting gallery ride where riders take up arms to aid the friendly neighborhood superhero. Literally, because instead of supplying riders with a blaster or laser gun of some kind, like at Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters or Toy Story Midway Mania, you fling your arms out to shoot webs at your targets, and will make you regret skipping arm day. Good God, this is a workout. Similar to the Kinect for Xbox, an infrared light is cast onto guests, which is then detected by nearby cameras, thus tracking motion. But because this is Disney and they know how to squeeze money out of me more than Universal when celebrating a milestone anniversary, they introduced the Web Power Band, a device which unlocks a more powerful web to shoot targets for more points. There are also a plethora of additional attachments based on different Marvel characters. The ride tracks this with just the sheer amount of infrared LEDs placed around the device. So we have a Magician Land with sticks you can wiggle in front of windows and a comic book ride with physical DLC that have very similar functions. Of course I'm gonna try it out. I'm a transfer student from the California Sanctum. Yo. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves. I have to torture you with non-experiment content before we get there. That's just how YouTubers do. But yes, in a similar fashion to the Amiibo, I'm not expecting this to work. For a couple of reasons. Number one, LEDs aren't quite the same type of retroreflective material as in the wands. They're lights, they flash on and off. And in order for the cameras in Wizarding World to pick up the motion of the stick waving, that input needs to be consistent from the source that it's trying to detect. The other reason I know this might not work is because William Osman already said it wouldn't in his article. In case that's what you were trying to yell at me to tell me. I read it, don't worry. So that's not the only thing I'm going to be testing. Obviously. So yes, as a control, I will still have a wand with me. I will also have the power band with me, but I'm also going to have a special thing which we will be testing out at the end of the video. So, you know, realistically, this was just so I could have fun in the park. I just wanted to have fun dressed in a goofy costume that wasn't in any way related to anything that's in the park. or anything that Universal owns. Anyway, here's the experiment. So, like I said, as a control, we have the interactive wand. I have my second-hand Elder wand because why not? But yeah, we're here at the Ventus spell, which probably has going to be the simplest pattern that we're going to follow. All it is just up, down, and all right, so maybe it's like V pattern. And there you go. Simple.
All right.
But now, let's power this on to play mode. I think it's on play mode. It's on play mode. And Ventus. I knew this wouldn't work.
Give it another try.
All right. Ventus.
Turn it on. And
It is on.
why isn't it spinning?
It only spins in this mode. This mode.
Do it that way.
No, it doesn't work that way.
Okay, fine. Well,
All right, let's try like one of the other light emitters. No. No. Absolutely not. I refuse. Are you kidding?
it did it! Success! Do it again.
I am the most powerful sorcerer in the world.
Do it again. Science.
Because it's usually like small patterns. The Spider-Man thing works here.
All right.
I'm Sorcerer Supreme. That's it. I don't need to test the other thing now. I will, though. Honestly, that's proving William Osmond wrong. Because he tested, well, I think he said in the article that like pinhole ones would work, probably. And I think these are pinhole LEDs. So the last thing that I brought, probably the dumbest thing. This is for Nintendo Labo. And if you remember, Labo interacts with one of the Joy-Con's infrared cameras via these little retroreflective strips here. Ventus. Ventus. How did Labo not work, but this did? Well, in conclusion, because I guess just with the sheer amount of pinhole LED emitters or LED lights, it can work. Like, I'll even try it again. Well, anyway, we got this to work twice, and that's good enough for me.
Yep.
So yeah, in conclusion, I am the most awesome sorcerer in this land. Farewell. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I had an absolute blast making this and legitimately still cannot believe it worked. But if you'd like to see the other crazy little theme park experiment that I conducted, I will link that at the end of the video as well as in the description of this one. And maybe later down the line, I might do this again if the inspiration strikes. So make sure you're subscribed and click the bell to notify you of all future uploads. And And while I am infinitely grateful for that level of support, if you would like to do so monetarily, you may do so over on my Patreon page. For as little as $1 a month, you too can help me continue doing anything related to theme parks, be it experiment videos, video essays, countdowns, retrospectives, and see those videos before they go up on the channel, as well as see your name scroll by on screen and read aloud by me if you are a newcomer, such as Emilius Y, Garrett Kenny, Max Sunday, and TKO. However, for $10 or more a month, you join the ranks of my Cool Cats Club. And those lovely people are Ashley Hines, Bennett Ballard, Chris Meter, Danielle Garcia, David Gansel, Gabby Tyrell, Kooky Trails, Lisa Sturgis, Nicholas DePorto, Pander Plays, Tendo the Seal, Tony Goldmark, and Trevor Gumble. Any amount will do. You can cancel any time or join as a free member. Doing so will unlock at least the next 2 videos for you. I'm dead serious. They're over there right now. You can see them. Go over there. But I will be putting the finishing touches on those, as well as working on future projects, so do look out for those. Once again, thank you so much for watching this video, and as always, Black Lives Matter, trans rights are human rights, stop AAPI hate, free Palestine, stay safe, stay healthy, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and bonus nachos, kids.